Hello people. Right, well, I made what I thought was a fantastic video showing this morning's trade. It's only 6:48 in the morning and I've made my daily pip count already. Well, double it, 11 pips net of spread, and the damn thing wouldn't save. I get that occasionally. I think it's because I waffle on too much, and I do apologise about that, and it's cost me today because I thought I made a pretty good video explaining my method. So instead of that, I'll just show you the trade, which you can see here, and I started my lines on the monthly, descending and ascending trend line to make a wedge, and I'll be honest, I'm a bit peed off because the video didn't save. I went into massive detail, and that's probably where I went wrong. It was too long. So instead of watching this one, or the one I made, and hopefully getting some worthwhile information out of it, I suggest you go back and watch a few hours worth of my previous videos to get a feel for what I do. But just briefly, I draw all the lines on the highs and lows of candles that I think will affect price, whether they act as support, resistance, or breakouts of those support and resistance lines. And I do this from the, oh damn it, as you can see, I set my alarm to go off at numerous times running up to when I want to be trading, so that in case I oversleep. So apologies for that. It goes off every 5 or 10 minutes. So yeah, highs and lows of all the candles, using them as potential targets or potential breakout levels. That's it. That's how I understand the precision of the highs and lows of candles. Some traders will tell you that there is they have no significance. I'm telling you, 15 years experience tells me they do have. So we draw them on the daily, and we can start to then look at the indicator. Forget this one, it's my proprietary one, it can't be shared, but this, in my opinion, is better. This has been on the charts 15 years, this one 3 or 4 months. So, and it's a work in progress. There's so many secrets I think this thing has got to yield cash, if you like. So, yeah, same thing on the H4 and daily. Obviously H4 candles, highs and lows, will affect the price significantly, and I think these are fantastic H4 highs and lows because they're just big enough to give you some superb targets, and they hold, in my opinion, a lot of significance. People will tell you H4 candles have no significance because of the, on one broker it can be GMT plus 2, another broker it would be GMT. Go with the GMT plus 2, which coincides with the American open and close. That's when the new H4 candle starts. I love H4 candles on that, but they're useless if you're on a different time frame. So yeah, once again, you can see now this is starting to spread out. I talk about trading the gaps between these higher time frame levels. On H1, this is the real where we really get into the guts of this thing, because H1 reversals are potentially 5-minute trends or 15-minute trends on the swings. Go back to my basics videos to see what they tell you. Now, same for the 30-minute, 5-minute trend. That's fractals. There's 6 5-minute candles in the 30-minute chart. Candle rather, so they can show you these two candles here, one red and green, will split into nice little swing on a 5-minute candle. That's a candlestick trend, low high high low high high, and then the high low, and when the break of the previous, that red candle's low and close below it, that's when I consider a reversal. Again, watch my previous videos to understand what I'm talking about there. The one good thing about this failed video at the start is the price has hit my target, or my expected target, well within the hour between 6 a.m. and we are 6:53 now, 7 a.m. 15 minutes, I add those as well. There's a 15-minute hidden down there. And this script I use, I've created myself. It can be created yourselves. I'm not prepared to share it. Just get one built by a guy on Fiverr or MQL5 website. Going down to the 5-minute now. Well, skipping over, look at the momentum in that 30-minute candle there. Oops, my mouse has stopped working. Catch up, little mouse. What's up with it? There. Momentum started to creep into the market. It's more visible on the 15-minute. You always want to be trading with momentum. Look at this. There's nothing going on here. One spike or a couple of spikes there. But, you know, the momentum will come in when the dealers and the big boys start to manipulate the price to where they want it to be. You know, gathering discounted orders up here to crash it down or whatever. You can see there's clearly a sort of channel going on there as well, but that doesn't come into my analysis really. All I'm looking at is reversals and this fantastic histo alert, which is free. RSI histo alert. Colours will need changing. There's a few silly squiggly lines on there that I don't use. I suggest you download it and add it to your charts. No matter whether you use this method or another method, that's bonkers powerful in my opinion. So you can see you've got momentum moved into the upside. My bias when I started looking at this was long, according to all my indicators. Now you can clearly see the gap that I wanted to exploit. I did. I entered because the break over the 20 there, and my indicator that you need to go and watch videos to tell you why and how many times I use it. It is fantastic. When the price fails to reverse below the zero line, turns green. Remember, these are non-repainting indicators as well, guys. It's a must. You must have non-repainting indicators, in my opinion, to trade with confidence with them. These lines are not cherry-picked. They are not drawn on after the event. They are drawn on right down from the weekly, daily, monthly, weekly, daily, as I've said just now. Looks a mess on the higher time frames, even looks a mess on the H1. But believe me, if you want to scalp these charts on M5, M1, they are priceless. And why didn't I include this in my potential price stopping area? Because according to my lines that I've drawn on, and also according to the way I trade, is they are minor resistance because they are at levels that didn't create a lower low. These would probably have been important levels if this level had been broken by price on this way down. We know this is only minor resistance because it could not force the price below the most recent low. So when the price reverses, and this is another thing I don't say often in my videos, these valid candlestick trend analysis reversals or valid swing reversals are, and you'll notice I entered literally the break of that high, because the reversal is more powerful. The reversal level, should I say, those three candles that I talk about, the low, the high, the high, the low, the lower high, lower low, are what gives me the confidence that the price has changed direction, and they are the most important part of the reversal. And they are, oh, I do apologise, it hadn't hit the level that I was talking about. This was as a result of the previous video. I should take that off my chart. But I did say at the end of the previous video that failed to save that they will probably mess around sideways. This is why I just want to get in and out quick. I was out of this trade with about 4 minutes, because they will send it sideways before the close of the hour, which is 3 minutes away, smack it to that level for whatever reason, and they'll probably go just short of it as well, and then reverse it. I do not want to hold trades. Some people don't want to hold their trades overnight. I do not want to be in a trade at the close or open of an hour. Occasionally I do it if I've got enough information on the higher time frames to tell me that the price is going to continue, but more often than not I want to be out just before that flicks over. I'm going to pause this now so that I don't fail to save this video, and just see whether we've got 2 minutes to go, well 1 minute 22 seconds to go before the close of the hour, and we'll see whether they smack it up there and see what happens after that. Well, that didn't take long. 42 seconds to go to the change of the hour, and there it goes. So what can I say? You know, that's price action, that's experience. It could go to the moon now, or it could crash backwards. I'm not going to keep watching this video. I want to upload it safely so that I can get the information across to you and not waste any more time. Hopefully find another trade or two. So thanks for watching and have a good morning. I've earned my money by 6:15 in the morning, half an hour's work. My trading plan is on my charts now. All my levels are there for, you know, if we go back to the 15, say for example, you know, we've got another level above us. We've got R1 there. We've got another level above us. If we break through this lot, this is a massive gap to the downside. I didn't do much analysis on the H1 and so on and so forth to the downside because I was long biased right from opening my eyes this morning, as it were, and looking at the chart. So there you go, guys. Thank you for watching. Have a great morning.